Welcome, folks, to the Dipping Fries podcast. I am your host for today, Dippy147, and I am joined by the other host, FRYGUY. I know it's been a little bit since we've done a podcast. We were gonna do like a specific, more of those like specific little like episode things where each episode is like catered to a specific topic, but it's really hard to do those. We always get bored and trail off into a completely separate thing. We were talking about James Somerton and plagiarism and Fry Guy on his laptop, and then while Fry Guy was setting up his mic, I just out of nowhere said "Gigatay, gigatay," and now we're here. Fry Guy, how are you?
I am giggity right now.
You are not giggity. I do not believe you.
You're right. I'm on ketamine, hardcore ketamine. I'm on that Mike and
You're
Ike.
on.
I'm on
You're
that
on
skill
that.
bit.
You're on that Freddie Fent. No, you're not.
I smoke out of a
Fentanyl
Bonnie
Fazbear.
Bong.
Bonnie Bong, Fentanyl Fazbear.
No. I am good, Dip. I am good. It has been a while. You are right, but it's right. It's all right. We're back, baby. Let's go. How are you
back
been?
in town. I've been all right. I slammed my finger in the car door, like about 2-3 weeks ago, somewhere around that time frame. The nail has finally fallen off, and I have a Band-Aid haphazardly wrapped around it, and it is sliding off. And this whole time, throughout the stream and everything, I've been trying to not have the Band-Aid fall off.
Maybe
yeah.
maybe duct tape will do fine. Wrap your.
I don't think duct tape would be a great idea. I would just rip the new nail right off as soon as I. What happened is I slammed it in the car door and it got all swollen and fucked up and there was a blood blister. And then it fell off and then the nail just popped off and now I have no options. It feels really weird.
Don't buy BMW, guys.
Don't. Yeah, this is what happens when you when you drink too much Red Bull.
It gave you too many wings.
It gave me too many wings. It gave my fingers wings, and they flew right into the car again.
Dude, wings on your balls would be so fire.
Your balls are wings. You just have to use them correctly.
What?
What are you whatting at?
No,
That's a perfectly sensible and normal take.
That's true. It has 50-50 weight distribution. Unless you're, like, gay, then you have, like, one ball.
No. I don't think that's how that works. I wish, though.
Maybe just the femboys, then. If you're a femboy.
Bisexuals have 3 balls.
Dude, they got the triple balls. It's like that one fidget toy where they clack between each other.
It's the pansexuals have 1 ball, but it's just like a really big ball sack. Why are we doing this?
I don't know. Why are they getting their own dedicated like testicle measurements or adjustments or whatever? Any pansexuals out there? Let us know, dog. How is it, dude? Like, do it be ballin', right?
It'd be dropping to the floor and shit.
You'd be dropping to the floor. That's why you sag your pants. It's not because of anything else. It's because you're fucking balls, dude.
Why do people sag their pants?
It's a
very popular thing to do. I don't like it because it makes walking hard.
Yeah.
Pun intended.
What my teacher told me in my sophomore year was that I guess in like the hood or like areas such of the sort when cops would check you, I guess they would pat you down or whatever. But for I guess I don't know, there may have been more to it, but like I guess to some degree they weren't allowed to like check under like your torso, I guess. So, like, that's why they would sag their pants, because if they had, like, something in their pockets, but they sagged their pants, the cops couldn't check it.
The cops can't check it.
Yeah, I
Well, then
can't.
why did that like evolve into a style?
I
Because
don't know.
like
I
I
don't
see
know.
so many people who are, in fact, not in the hood and are sagging their
Okay,
pants to their fucking toes.
there's always gonna be one of these out there, dog. Um, yeah, I guess I don't. Yeah, I don't understand it either. I mean, like I like to wear my pants comfortably. Like,
I like to wear a belt.
yeah.
You know that one clip of the guy who's like interviewing what's his name? It's like Travis Scott or like some other like famous guy, right? And he's like, "How do you keep your pants on when you're dancing on stage?" And he just goes, "Belt."
Look, man, belts are belts are they're
Belts are okay.
multi-purpose.
They are multi-purpose. They have multiple different purposes.
Hmm.
You can use them as a leash. You can use them as a whip. You
Hmm.
can use them as a belt.
Nene too.
Don't ask why that wasn't the first thing I thought of. Um, you could use it as a noose. I
I don't
like
think it's long
the
enough.
I like the I mean, you could choke yourself to death with it, but
I mean, I
you
guess you
couldn't hang
could.
yourself, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't like the ones that you have to like push the knob in, like the ones with that the traditional belts that like have all the circles on them.
Yeah. It's kind
And
of
you have
butt
to put
cheeks.
the little bar in. I don't like those. I like the ones that like are adjustable.
Yeah.
That like sort of click.
Yeah.
You can pull it and it goes.
Yeah, those are pretty cool. There's a lot of spiked ones out there too. A lot of different ones with different
Spiked
styles. Well,
belts.
there's like spiked belts. There's like ones with like little jewels on it, I guess.
Getting
Or
body slammed must fucking hurt.
that's what. No. Yeah, to the person. Yeah, true, dog. Like, imagine you're getting bodied by some big titty goth girl or fucking choker just annihilates your ribcage.
Headbutt. It's like those people who wear the like the fucking wristbands that have like the punk spikes on them.
Yeah,
Like you could use those. Those are weapons.
those should be registered weapons. Like, you
Kind of like
just
heels.
true,
Heels are
true.
weapons.
Heels are weapons, dog.
Heels are really bad.
They are.
They're bad. They're not great. They've
They
never been great.
Yeah, they've never really been that like, wow, I'm such a comfortable shoe. It's always just been like a
They've never been trying to be a comfortable shoe, but um, they're still bad.
I
That
couldn't
doesn't make them not bad.
yeah, I couldn't imagine walking in those. It's just like your heels in the air like the whole time in a way.
Well, Barbie foot. I forget what the actual like real term is. I know there is one, but like if you wear heels enough for too long, it will actually like push that muscle up. It'll push the bone up, and your foot will change the structure of the heel. That's why in the that's why they have that scene where she like steps out and her feet are still like on her toes.
Hmm.
Um, I can't imagine that that's healthy for you at all.
Definitely
Uh,
not. Definitely not. You'll feel that when you're like 50 or something.
yeah.
Like what the heck?
Yikes.
Yeah, no, that's not good. That's not good at all. Um,
Um. Yeah.
disgusting. Look, listen, women. Fuck heels. Fuck high heels. Okay, just wear slippers to work.
Don't fuck heels. Just don't wear them. I mean, I would if I was paid enough money, but like, don't
Okay,
fuck
well,
a
that's
heel.
different, but like, women aren't getting paid enough money to wear high heels, obviously.
There's a difference between wearing one and fucking one.
No, I was saying like as in screw them. Like as in screw high heels.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you want to screw a high heel?
No, no, that's not what I mean. I mean as in like, ah, high heels. Like no, I don't like you high heels. Stay away from me. You will stay in the closet. You will not be on me.
You were talking about how uncomfortable it was to have your laptop and not have a computer and a mic and everything and things and real things.
Yes, I was. It was pretty terrible, boys.
Bad.
Have you ever edited on a laptop before?
No, I really don't want to. I can't. I used to have a laptop before.
Mm-hmm.
Before I got this computer. And that's why this computer sucks. It's a hand me down. It was always running on integrated graphics. I think that the guy who had it took the graphic card out and put it in his new upgrade.
Sam.
Um, so that's why I don't have one. But yeah, no. The laptops are called laptops because they are designed to like sit in your lap, but actually like doing work without the mouse is really fucking hard.
Yeah.
And there are so many people who get mouse attachments for laptops anyway, but in order for the mouse to work at all, you have to have a desk for it.
Mm-hmm.
Laptops don't have spaces large enough for you to have the mouse attachment on the actual laptop. The
Yeah.
whole design is like kind of counterintuitive.
TBH.
Especially for doing something like gaming. Obviously, you're gonna need a mouse for gaming, but I don't know. I feel like having a gaming laptop that doesn't come with a mouse defeats the entire purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to have a laptop. I it broke. It had like all my old Minecraft worlds on it and stuff though.
Oh, really?
It'd be fun to go look through. Yeah, it'd be fun to go like look back through that, see if I have anything left. I could probably do that if I was able to access my old accounts, but I don't. Unfortunately, I think it's
Darn.
bricked, so all the data on that's gone.
Ah, crap. Darn, dude.
I could like go find a professional repairman and see if like he can extract shit out of it, but I don't know. I don't know a whole lot about how that works, especially in laptops.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they're much different than actual computers. It's very rocky and risky,
Yeah, definitely.
confusing.
Yeah. It really much is more of like a quote like a watered down PC on the go type of thing. Like
Yeah.
it really much is like okay, I bring my laptop with me for like classes because it's not. I guess it's a bit nicer to kind of just like can have like watch videos or whatever and stuff. It's really nice for like when you go out to do things at other places, but like at
Yeah.
home it's pretty useless.
Yeah, that's why there used to be this trend of people who would like go to Starbucks or just like some local coffee shop just with a laptop to work in a place that was not their home.
Yeah.
Um, I think that I don't know if that's necessarily fallen off. I just don't think you see it as much because people realize that laptops are really only useful for that kind of thing. Um,
Yeah, I'm sure there are still. I'm sure there's still people who do that. It's a lot. I guess. I guess if I the environment is a thing for a lot of people. Kind of just being in that environment, like around people. You know what I mean?
hmm
Some people they
Yeah.
kind of just like operating in like quieter, calmer places, but some others kind of need like that noise or like that feeling that there's other people around, there's talking going on, so they feel like that they feel a bit more relaxed, I guess, since they're around company or whatever. But
Yeah,
um,
I get you. I get you.
yeah. But editing on a laptop sucks. I had to do it for a little bit. I think the last video I edited on my laptop was that Mickey Mouse when I played that Mickey Mouse horror game. Um,
Oh yeah.
yeah, it's not so much the laptop. It's more so like me being on my bed because beds are not
Yeah.
meant to be sat on. You don't. Nobody sits on their bed for
hmm
extended period of time. You're supposed
Yeah,
to lay
you're
on your bed.
also it's also like in order to get any good like moment with them, you have to sort of like lay on your stomach and stuff to
Yeah,
feel like you have any good sort of suspension. Your bed might not be big enough to even do that. So the
yeah,
whole thing's kind of a bitch.
yeah. Honestly, it does. It does suck. Like I said this before we started. Like there was a lot of times where like my legs would fall asleep, so I would like constantly like move around to make sure like my legs would not fall asleep, and then they would fall asleep again in like a different position. I would have to constantly switch back and forth. I had
hmm
my back would hurt because like I was hunched over the whole time, all the time.
Yeah.
Um, so that was just not fun. And then since my laptop was on my bed, the bed is like a it's not like a flat. It's a bit different from a flat surface. I feel like with the bed, it kind of just like it kind of just So I feel like with a flat surface and you put a laptop on there, there's at least like a tiny bit of room for like air to escape, since it's still like a flat surface, so it's flat all the way. But with like a bed, it's kind of like it kind of just takes the mold of the laptop.
Yeah, it just
So
kind of
there's
sort
like
of leaves a square print, and it's like all wrinkly and shit.
yeah, and then there's like no room for air to escape, so the laptop would get hot really quickly.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, that's a yikes.
yeah, so that's so I'd be trying to like listen for like cues or whatever, like for like to make jump cuts, and then I just hear like my fans going.
Although,
It's like, come
yeah,
on.
there is a difference between an actual functioning laptop that you can use to do work and anything really, and then a Chromebook, or a MacBook. Those
Yeah,
are
yeah,
those
for
those
sure.
those are different situations. Chromebooks ships used to have a Chromebook. That fucking thing sucked.
Chromebooks are ass.
Chromebooks are basically like designed to be the shitty school laptops.
Yeah,
But
slop content of
they're
computers.
so. It's like I know that they're supposed to be cheap, but the way Google markets them makes it seem like it's just going to be like your average day work laptop that you actually use. And it's not. That thing, despite being run actually by Google, can't handle more than 2 Google tabs. It
Yeah,
can't.
yeah, for real, dude. Storage and performance is ass on there too. Like, bro, what am I gonna do with
Well,
16 gigs
obviously
of
the
storage?
performance it's gonna be ass. Things like it's really small too.
Yeah, it's tiny.
That was another one of their selling points was that it's small, but that's not a good
That,
thing.
that is not
Um,
whatsoever.
because not only does that just make the whole screen harder to see, but like, now you have problems with just now you have problems with just like actually getting good parts in there to make the fucking thing work, right?
Hmm.
You have to play fucking Tetris with the motherboard and stuff.
Yeah,
It's not desirable.
having to like sardine things in there all the time is not a good thing either. That's what
Yeah.
happened with the Galaxy with Samsung's one of their phone lineups. It's
Yeah,
pretty much
didn't
the
it
Note
fucking
7.
explode? Yeah,
Yeah,
they
because
fucking exploded and
they
they had to
tried to
recall them.
yeah, because they tried to cram a 4,000 milliamp hour battery in a 5 inch and like a 5.7 inch phone, and it's like, no, you can't do that. The battery's too big. Um, so it ended up exploding a lot, and then they would catch fire. The lithium ion, I guess, well, yeah, it would get compact space, so it would heat up a lot, and then it would cause it to like the batteries to like expand and blow up. So that was that was like a $3 billion recall. It was crazy. And then the next year they finally made like a 6 inch phone, but they put a really small battery in there. So instead of like 4,000 milliamps, they went down to like 3,300, which for like a 6 inch phone is like incredibly bad. So if you have like a big phone, it means a big screen, which means it drains battery. If you have a small battery in there, the battery life's gonna be garbage. So um, the Note 8 battery life is kind of ass, but they were trying to be safe, I guess, or whatever. But yeah, you don't want to do that, folks. Sometimes, no, don't cram things in spaces. Companies. I have a Chromebook my mom handed down to me
Hmm.
about I think back in like 2019, 2020. Um, it was pretty garbage. At the time, like 2018, me was like, whoa, laptop, what the heck? Because
What the heck? I can
yeah.
play um laptop. Whoa.
Yeah, not even. I was just like, I can look at stuff. I can look at things on a bigger screen. I still like a shitty phone
I
at the
can
time.
Google cool cats on Google Images and scroll through them for 5 seconds before getting bored because I am a child with a shitty attention span and then go to do something more engaging.
Okay, hold on, buddy. Listen, I was like 15, all right? I was like 14, 15. Okay. My attention span was still kind of butt cheeks, but it was I could watch a 14-minute video, all right? I could watch a 14-minute video. Nah, but like um, at the time I didn't really have that much experience with laptops, so I didn't really see how bad the laptop was. So I thought it was pretty
Hmm.
cool. But now the trackpad doesn't work. So
Hmm. Yeah, I think that like tech and like quality, like association bias inflation, whatever the fucking psychological effect is, I feel like that's like a huge thing, right?
mhm,
I've always seen these videos of like people comparing like FPS in games, right? And
mhm,
what they'll do is they'll have like, it'd be 30 FPS and 45, then 50, then 60, then 100, then 120, then after 120 you stop seeing a difference. It just looks smooth-ish.
yeah,
But if you go back, like if you finish the video and then you go back and rewatch it, um, after having seen the fucking 480 FPS, you can barely fucking see the difference. Um, the 60 FPS, which is what is generally considered by the majority of people as smooth, looks really choppy.
yeah,
And so, while don't get me wrong, the Chromebooks will never not be shit. I feel like that I feel like that a lot of people sort of get like this inflated association with quality products when in reality they just have like good shit or their performance is just good, right?
yeah.
Um, with that being said, I still have shit equipment. I'm not denying that one.
No, yeah, yeah. I get you. I
Cracking open
mean,
another empty red can with nothing on it.
let's go. It's the secret
Callback.
elixir.
It's the secret elixir. It's a witch brewed this 7,000 years ago, and it is now in this soda.
Yeah, she knew cans would exist 7,000 years later, so she kind of cheated a little bit, went back in time and made a can.
It's like that one video of like, um, me becoming a frog and going back in time. Me going back in time disguised as a frog so I could see the Garden of Eden, but God finds out, and the guy's just like, "You're not supposed to be here." I really like that video.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Tis but a frog, tis but a little frog. But
Tis but a hoppy boy.
no, but yeah, listen, guys, just when it comes down to the quality of things,
Come.
I know. Yes, yes, for sure. But I mean, I know my phone had or okay, no, I won't mention that yet. Um, the the thing is, and I feel like it's kind of, I feel like Apple kind of does it a little too much. But what people really don't understand is like the importance of like of quality in something. And I feel like due to
Mm-hmm.
that lack of like understanding of quality, they'll tend to buy like a shittier product because they don't need all the quality things, but that crappier product doesn't last as long. Like somebody will buy like a
Oh
mid-range
yeah.
phone and they'll be like, "Oh, I don't need
Um.
like a super high, performance phone." But then they're like upgrading their phone like every 2 years because they keep buying a mid-range phone that like underperforms and ends up crapping out on you after a few years because they're built like crap. Same thing with
Mhm.
cars and stuff too. Um,
Yeah, no,
so
Apple definitely does that a lot. The reason that Apple still gets money though, in spite of like doing this a lot, obviously, when they fucking release like they release a new phone like every year or so, like it's fucking
mhm,
COD games, right?
yep.
Um, yeah, it's literally just like the same thing with like one slightly better upgrade, and that is it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
I literally
I
told.
really don't like
Go ahead.
Apple products. Even their iPhones. But the problem is they like because of the iPhones and because of how much of a hold Apple has, they end up like being able to do the Wolf of Wall Street thing where like they be able to withhold resources for you, right?
Yeah.
So you have to buy the fucking if you're gonna have the phone, then you have to buy the Apple charger, right?
Mhm. Mhm. They lock you in their ecosystem. Uh,
Yeah, it's a
and
fucking mess, and that's why I use Android, um, because I do recognize that Android is worse than Apple in a lot of technical regards. It's not fucking worth it. It isn't. I'm gonna call people on this phone and watch TikTok, and that's all I'm gonna do with it. Um,
Well,
it doesn't need
honestly,
to do anything else.
a lot of the
If I
Androids,
wanted to film something, I would buy a camera. You see what I mean?
yeah, yeah, because phones aren't necessarily. It's something like a lot of phone companies do. Like they try to like promote the camera of the phone, but it's like phones
Yeah.
aren't necessarily built for that. Like, why are you trying to appeal to camera enthusiasts?
New
Camera enthusiasts
AI,
are gonna buy a
auto tracking,
DSLR.
saturation. It's just like buzzwords.
Yeah, like it's funny because like people get so caught up in it just because it's new and just because it's like so like trendy or whatever, and like they'll never use it. They'll never
Hmm.
use it. Like
In
the S20.
2029, phones will have 17 cameras on them.
No, like literally, like my
It'll
one of
look
the
like a
phones in my
remote.
lineup, the S20. I have an S20 Plus. The S20
Hmm.
Ultra has a 100 megapixel camera, which was pretty ass
What
even if
is
you zoomed
what
in.
is what does that shit mean? Megapixel?
Megapixels, pretty much just
I
like the more.
imagine a megapixel is just a really large pixel.
It's
So as a result, it just makes the image itself more low res. I don't think that's
it's
what it actually means, but that I feel like that's how it is.
it's more of like the um it's weird because when it comes to like megapixels means just like the raw like power input of a camera. It's like how much quality you could get just like without any software. Cuz like that's kind of what
Okay.
helps like make a good picture is like there's some software that comes into it and some hardware as well. So
And the
like if
phones don't, even if they do have a lot of really good cameras, they don't have the capacity to really make any of that work.
yeah,
If it's a
the
it's a
software needs to do
phone,
that.
it's a flat disc that you touch things on, and that's it.
Yeah, yeah. So that's why like Google. I'm sorry, I'm getting my phone nerd phase here, but that's why Google at least for a little bit they were able to get away with like having lower megapixel cameras on their phones because
Hmm.
like their software was like it made it really good and with the software input that they had it was able to be on par with like Apple and Samsung with lower megapixel counts.
Hmm.
So software was able to really compete with really assist with that. So megapixels in terms of like camera is just like without the software, it's just pure hardware performance, like how good the camera can be just with you know its 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 power output. I'm trying to explain
Hmm.
it the best way I can. Let's say like pancakes, you know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
pancakes and syrup go together, right? Um,
Pancakes and syrup do go
yeah,
together.
it doesn't.
Waffles and syrup go together.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter how like it doesn't matter how good your syrup can be. Like if the pancakes or waffles are just genuinely ass, like the syrup can't make up for that. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Or it can only make up for it so much. So like megapixels is like the pancake, like just the raw, just the raw power of the camera
Hmm.
itself, I should say. So like 100, they threw like 100 megapixel camera in there. Software was kind of ass though, so like it was just raw power. They didn't
The
have any like
syrup just like
yeah
is shit, you know.
yeah all
The
strength but no
pancake is shit. The syrup, yeah.
yeah all strength but no
Uh,
style. You know what I
what's
mean?
the time? All garnish, no meat. Nah, it's all meat, no garnish.
Yeah, exactly. Like yeah, that's a way better way to put it. All meat no garnish, pretty much. Like the potential is there, but like you just don't know how to utilize it, or you don't have anything to utilize it properly. You just have
Yeah,
like the power, I
you
guess.
know, I want to like make short films and stuff. And I fucking hate filming with my phone because it always looks like absolute dog ass.
What phone do you have?
Is I've got a Motorola something or other.
Motorola's pretty fucking mid. I'm not saying that to trash on
Yeah,
you, but they don't
no.
make
You're
great
right. You're
phones.
right. Um, it has three little camera like thingies on it, but they don't do shit because the video still looks like the low quality live leak video with motion blurred every time. They have no settings to change it.
No, yeah, it's the same thing too. It's like flipped around as well. It's the same thing. Like you could have like
Yeah,
good software, but like if your hardware is kind of ass, the software can't make up for it the whole time or all the time.
yeah.
Um,
Which is why if I ever need to film something, which I probably will because I want to make movies, then I'll just fucking buy a camera. The problem is that cameras are way more expensive than the phones. There's
You
this
could.
one really
Uh,
good camera that I want. The Ronin, I believe it's called.
the
I know I have
Ronin.
it in my search history somewhere.
The Ronin.
DJI Ronin 40 4-axis camera,
That sounds like
8K.
it'll empty my
It
fucking bank
is,
account.
according to Google, typically $11,499 to
Jeez.
$12,883.
What the
It is a
heck?
fucking amazing camera. It's one of those cameras that like you can fuck around with and rotate, and
Hmm.
it's a trackball, so
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
still gonna be smooth and stuff. Super digital. You have all kinds of settings on it. It weighs a little bit more than like a jug of milk, I think.
God dang.
It looks like it would be really good. The problem is that if I go to their website to shop for the item, um, if I can find anything on it, USD $6,799 for the 6K version. Um,
Wow.
and then there's a gimbal camera which is 3K.
Gimbal.
Um,
Gimbal.
and then this is just an attachment. Okay.
Didn't
Yeah,
Markiplier
no,
buy like a two
shit is
hundred thousand
expensive.
dollar camera
He probably
at
did
one
for like
point?
space, probably.
I think he had to. I think he talked about it. I think he like had to. He didn't want to, but like the only way
Smooth
to get
footage
it.
is important.
Yeah.
That's didn't they hook up this heavy ass fucking camera contraption to the guy who was acting for space?
Oh yeah, that
Um,
guy was. Yeah, he did. His neck was hurt too. So like, shout out to
yeah,
him,
they
dude.
did that with. I think that they did that in Heist as well, just to like a slightly like less potent degree.
Yeah, yeah. Which
You
are
know,
great films.
cameras are cool. I don't want like a. I do like that is like a perfect camera, the Ronin 4K
Hmm.
fucking thing. I don't really need something like that. I just want something that can film in 1080p. Um, does not look like shit. And has a gimbal so it can rotate around and I can fuck with the camera and the footage will still be smooth.
Well,
Because
I will.
my ass is gonna be running and shit,
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
following the guy who's running as the
Uh huh.
actor and
Uh huh.
doing cool, crazy stuff.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I will say, you could always just get an older flagship because we're at a point now where like phones really started getting good at about like 2017. That's when they
Mm-hmm.
started. That's when they started removing the home buttons. You could honestly get like an older flagship from like 2019, 2018, and it still like performs really, really well. And they're like, because Samsungs depreciate like shit, so like they have horrible depreciation. So
Yeah.
you can buy like an S8, which was at like 800, which was like $700 at release. You can buy one for like 100, $200 on like Amazon, and that has a good camera. Or you can get an S9, which has a dual camera for about around the same amount of money. Or if you want to go for like their more powerful phones, the Note series, you can get like a Note 8 or a Note 9. Um, which both have really really good cameras, and you can pick those up for like you can pick up like the Note 8 for like 200 bucks. You can pick up the Note 9 for like 300 bucks. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and you'll still have like really really good camera quality. You'll have like 4K camera quality. My phone, you can probably pick my like if you wanted an S20 plus, you can get that for like probably 4 to 600. It's an expensive phone. It was like 1200, but it has
Mm-hmm.
it can record in 8K and stuff. Um, so you could just always get an older flagship phone, and it has like really great camera quality, and it's cheaper too. So if you ever
Mm-hmm.
wanted, it's obviously not going to be like Ronin or whatever, but like,
Yeah, I know, I
uh,
know. The Ronin is like a fucking pipe dream.
yeah,
It's the perfect thing.
yeah, 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 for sure,
You would only get that if you're like an expert.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
you know.
But I
Um,
getting old phones or getting older, flagship phones, that is a kind of a way, get you
mm-hmm.
get you a little jump start, I guess.
Get you a little bit better off than the fucking Motorola 3 camera motion blur live leak video.
Yeah.
that I see every time I open the camera app.
Motorola just, dude. Did you see when they like
Hello,
released
Moto.
the? Did you see when they released the Razor? Like they reintroduced the Razor, or they
The
revamped it.
razor, like the no, I don't know what the razor is.
Oh, I guess it was their old flip phones that like popped off because people loved them, and then they
Oh,
brought it back as a
is it the
touchscreen.
one that like folds as a touchscreen?
Yeah,
That shit
it's
is so
so ass.
cheesy.
It's so ass. It's
I can imagine, but like the folding touchscreen is just why though? Like
it's
it just why? It's so cheesy,
I think well Sam I think when
goofy.
Samsung does it, they do it pretty well. Because the phone's actually usable. Motorola just wanted to cash in on like the old fans, and then they charged like, dude, I think it was like 4 grand for that phone, if I remember
How much
correctly.
does it make? How much does it take to make a touchscreen actually bend?
Probably next to nothing. um, hold on, Motorola Razor retail. Let me
I'm
see the
surprised
retail
that they
price.
didn't think of that earlier when they started making phones.
Yeah.
Considering that flip phones were like really popular even after like Apple and Samsung and all the popular companies were like, really hitting it.
Yeah.
Um and now everyone thinks of flip phones as burner phones. My first phone was a flip phone. My mom got me a flip phone for when I was in like, middle school and stuff.
Hmm.
That shit sucked.
I'm
That
sure it
phone was
did.
terrible.
I'm
um
sure it did.
cuz like it was supposed to be for like, calling and that was it. Um
Yeah.
but like that I wasn't calling on that thing.
Yeah, come on
Nothing
now.
happened.
Come on now. It's school. It's a whole society, dog. Alright. Nobody, you don't want to be caught around with that shit.
No phone or real phone.
Yep. No phone or real
Pick
phone.
one.
Oh, you can't play Subway Surfers? Fucking nerd. Don't sit
I
with me.
if
Don't
I
sit
if
with
I
me.
had like give I would fucking set up a walkie-talkie and give my kid that.
What?
Have him yeah, no, if I had to like, contact my kid, I would like set up a walkie-talkie contact system and then I would just give him a fucking walkie-talkie.
He's just taking a test and you're just like, Timmy. Timmy, are you there? Timmy, over.
And he's like, "What, Dad? I'm taking a test over." And he's like, "I told you to do the dishes, Timmy, and you fucking didn't. I told you 10 times this morning."
Imagine he just leaves this fucking walkie-talkie on and he's just complaining. Well, I told this fucking kid to do these dishes. I'm gonna beat his ass when he gets home. And it's just like the whole class could hear it.
Oh, that's funny as fuck.
That would be crazy. That'd be crazy. Yeah. $1,500 they wanted for this sucker.
Fuck me.
No. This was why it failed so bad. It has like a 5 megapixel camera, 16 meg like it was just it tried to sell it
5?
5 megapixels. That's
5?
yeah. That's what you put on like front cameras of mid-range phones. All right. 5 megapixel rear camera. It was so bad. It's so bad. Like
15 grand
yeah,
for
like
5 large squares.
that's just what they decided. They just wanted to sell off. They just
Nostalgia bait.
yeah, nostalgia bait. The selling point was the gimmick, which is why it flopped so hard. And even like the Galaxy like Flip at the time was like $400 or $500, I think, or it could have been more. But even then, like at least that was a usable phone. This is not a usable phone. The phone's like 3-4 inches, I think. Like no, it flopped so badly. This phone flopped so badly. Um,
She
battery
mega
life.
on my Pixel till I 5.
What? Something only a Motorola user would say. No shot, dog.
She camera on my motion till I blur.
No, no. Stop it. Stop it.
Hello,
Plagiarism.
Moto.
We should talk about that. We should talk about the plagiarism thing.
Oh yeah, we were. We briefly mentioned it. We were talking about H Bomber guy's video about YouTube plagiarism, and more particularly James Somerton.
Banger video, by the way.
Banger
Look,
video.
if
Absolute fucking one of the best.
yeah,
I
it was
do
so
really
good.
like his content. I think that um usually I think that those kind of video essays are really annoying, but the way H Bomber guy like handles it, the way he talks about it, makes it seem a lot more real.
Yeah,
I really enjoy his content.
I gotta watch more of his videos. That was the only video I've seen of him. But
I watched his one about vaccines and autism. I watched his one about the Roblox oof. Of course, the plagiarism one.
mhm.
Um, he's got a lot of them. They're all really long too.
Yeah.
I was gonna watch his alt channel Illuminati video, but I haven't gotten around to it.
Haha, Illuminati, so funny, so funny. She's still trying to make videos, I guess, which is kind of funny. It's so crazy how like a lot of these creators just don't want to get a job.
Mini lad.
I
He tried so hard. Is he still uploading? I think he might be.
think he is. I thought his channel got terminated, but
Did it?
no,
I would be
I no,
so fucking happy if it did.
I thought it did at first, but I guess it didn't. Yeah, no, he's still nah.
When's his last upload?
6 months ago, I got robbed.
Fuck. It's been a while, but fuck.
Yeah, it's crazy how he's still able to
It's
get
crazy how
this.
they actually haven't terminated him yet.
Yeah, this guy's a literal. This guy's pretty
I can't
disgusting.
like whine about YouTube too much though, because this shit happens when it comes to YouTube. They just don't fucking take action. It happens. They
But
just
it's so
don't do it.
crazy how like
They just don't.
they won't do it to somebody like Mini Lad, but like
They won't do it to someone like Mini Lad.
they dropped EDP. Like they dropped that guy.
They dropped him. They dropped EDP. They don't drop Mini Lad, even though his stuff is very much clear, very provable. And then you have someone like me who gets copyright struck, or not copyright struck. Yeah, I get hate speech flagged, and then a channel strike. And then I literally don't even fucking know why. Um, and they refuse to give it to me on Twitter, despite having the resources to get it. Um, it's so stupid. I don't understand why they do this.
And then there's me who like
Why
literally
does every fucking social media platform company ass thing under the sun have such terrible moderation? I think that the two most egregious ones I know of are Roblox and YouTube when it comes to bad moderation.
hmm
YouTube I give the benefit of the doubt because of how much stuff there is on YouTube, but um, Roblox is terrible.
yeah.
Anyways, we're getting off topic. Fucking H bombing the guy.
Yes, the H bombed guy dropped a banger video. Honestly, it's so crazy. How much James Somerton like plagiarized. I feel like at that point you might as well just put in your own work. Like you're putting in
Yeah,
so much
like
work to cheat.
you put so much effort in to steal someone's work when there is no you have the resources to make your own. You have the resources, you definitely have the time. Like he could have just made his own videos. He clearly had the experience doing it. And I think that a few of his videos as of knowing weren't plagiarized. Uh and so he definitely had the resources to do it. I don't understand why that doesn't happen. Why you take so much effort to just take something that isn't your own, even though you know it would take you no effort to not.
Just money. It's like it's what Bomber Guy said. Just money. Like you don't actually care. You just found a way to exploit like I guess people's this one space I guess or whatever. Like
Yeah,
also he did I did like how Bomber kind of like not only showed that he was just a plagiarist, but he was just a genuinely shitty person. Like
yeah. There's a lot of that video that is just like clips of James Somerton. Most of that second half of the video is just like him speaking a little bit and then showing a clip of James Somerton speaking and then showing the source.
yeah.
Um,
and it's just wild. Like it's so wild, and I don't know. I had like a weird feeling, like even like looking at it, like looking at like James Somerton like talking. It kind of looked like he was kind of reading off of something.
Well, it always does. I don't really like James Somerton because he's a shitty person. He plagiarizes, but the topics he talked about were like something about that the way he spoke and like the whole gimmick of his videos was just so goddamn annoying to me.
Hmm.
Um, all of them were like supposed to be like LGBTQ Disney messaging something or other buzzword topic
Hmm.
type of video. It's just sort of annoying.
Yeah, I get that. I get that.
I guess it figures that that type of content would be plagiarized, but
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
Rubs me the wrong way.
I wish. The one thing I will say. But I understand like because there was so much to like. He just dragged James Somerton. Like that's just you're done after that. Like there, I don't think you couldn't refute any of that because that's just pinpoint hard
Wasted.
evidence. Yeah. He absolutely ended.
Hit
Uh,
that motherfucker with a semi truck. And then hit him with another semi truck. Um, and then left him to the flies.
Literally, it's like one of those anime scenes where like that one person's moving super fast but hitting the other person. So there's just like these frames of like the person moving all across like the screen while the other dude's
Yeah.
just getting bodied. That's pretty much what happened to James Somerton. But I really wanted him to go a bit more deeper into like somebody like Brent Rivera, somebody who kind of profits off of this a bit more, somebody who kind of
Mm-hmm.
probably does this a little more, probably is a little more
Plagiarism, especially in that space of YouTube, is like a really fucking big problem.
huge problem.
So although that video is already like really long, you could probably
Yeah,
spend like fucking years just going through all of the cases of obvious plagiarism on YouTube.
yeah.
Um, Even outside of the context is like inspiration and stuff. It's a mess.
Hmm.
Brent Rivera,
Yeah, it's just
Mr. Beast clone, funny moments.
Mr. Beast clones have ruined YouTube like crazy. And what
Yeah,
makes what annoys me is that they'll never be like Mr. Beast, but I don't think they care because 9 million views on a video is still really good.
yeah, it is.
Like they'll never hit Mr. Beast numbers just because they're just not as good as it, and they obviously like they care about like they want to buy like nice cars, they want to have nice houses and shit. Mr. Beast doesn't care about that, so he's gonna.
If
This
I
is
got
this is
that
passion.
low and I had enough of a budget, I would do it if I just like wanted to make myself well off. But yeah, no, I do agree. They are like really, really bad. I kind of wish it would stop because like I understand, you know, wanting to be well off. I mean, we all gotta eat. We all need like food and shit.
Yeah, that's
We all
understandable, but
want those things. We all want to be Mr. Beast. But it's just not worth it because the content sucks. It's I can't imagine how those people aren't on like fucking Adderall. Like
yeah,
those kids YouTubers gotta be on something.
yeah. Like, what are their daily lives like? Like, what are they thinking? Like, like, it's not like they're gonna hang
There's
out with
no
like,
way they like that shit. They are
yeah, they don't.
doing it for the check, and they're not actually pursuing the creative things that they like. Um,
Like,
they just want to make money off of it.
I couldn't talk to Brent Rivera in real life. Like, I can already tell, like, from the things I've seen, his ego is just way off the
Oh
charts.
yeah.
Like,
Have
he's
fun
way
with
up his
your
own
100
ass.
subscribers, bro.
It's like, oh yeah, that's totally what it's about, Brent Rivera.
They
Even,
all like Loki have all those channels sort
oh
of
yeah,
like Loki
they're all,
have super
yeah,
inflated egos.
yeah. Them, I'm sure video essayists do too. Like, I'm pretty sure
Oh
Sonny
yeah.
V2 thinks he's off his fucking rocker. I don't want to make any
He got
accusations,
humbled
but
after that one video, but yeah.
yeah, but it's
On
just
another note, I really don't like that super mainstream style of video essays.
the
This like
whole
the
like
stuff that
like
Anarchists, Sunny
yeah.
V2, Moon. Oh, I hate Moon.
I fucking don't like Moon. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to talk shit. I know.
I don't. I don't
I
want
really
to
hope
talk
this
shit
doesn't.
either. Like to offer genuine criticism, he can make a really good topic. Like he
Yeah,
does. He makes.
they're gonna dig
He's
us. They're gonna dig this shit up 7 years later. God dang it.
yeah. I'm thinking about how I'm gonna word this.
Yeah.
Um, I think that a lot of his videos start out good. They
Hmm.
start out like a sane commentary, the normal ass take, a good video essay,
Yeah.
and then they sort of just evolve into complete anti-corporate aimless madness.
Yeah.
Especially, and if you go and you look at some of his titles, you can sort of tell that it happens with
Yeah.
shit like Discord is the most evil company in the world, or TikTok is ruining the planet, or like
How the world's richest
obviously,
people travel disgusting, and it's like,
yeah, something like how um the Marvels is the worst movie of all time, which is not true. It's not a good movie. Don't get me
it's
wrong.
not.
It
It's not
sucks, but
good.
it's
But
not
like,
the worst movie. It's not even Marvel's worst movie. Honestly, it's not.
yeah.
It's
Yeah. Probably
um
not.
Black Widow was probably worse than that one. I'm gonna be real.
Yeah. Yeah.
I watched it, and it was bad. It was not good. Um,
I walked
but I don't
away.
know if I'd call it their worst movie.
No,
Yeah,
yeah.
I refunded the ticket at the theaters.
No, I just walked out. No, I watched it at home. I didn't spend money. Fuck that shit. I saw it at home when it came up when it released on like Disney Plus or something, and then I just watched like a quarter of it. And I walked upstairs because I was like, yeah,
Yeah,
no,
no,
I don't
I'll
like
tell
this.
you what I did. I got it on. I was on Disney Plus. I watched the first half of it, and then I left and went and did something else. Because I was annoyed with it, and then I came back and finished it.
Mm.
Um, I hate their CGI effects because, like, those scenes where they're in space and stuff. You can tell that shit is obviously all computer generated, and they just like green screened her face into this spacesuit.
Oh yeah, easily.
It's so sad. But it's not the worst movie of all time by any means. It's
Yeah,
not.
for sure.
Go fucking watch Shark Boy and Lava Girl, man.
Dream, 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 dream.
I used to love that movie.
I used to love that movie too, because and then I turned like 8, and I was like, damn, Hot Wheels are kind of sick.
Power Rangers.
Let's go. Even Power Rangers is so ass. Oh my gosh, dude. It's so crazy. That shit sucks.
Those movies are so terrible.
Yeah.
Although if you're like you could have a really good time watching them. They're not like terrible in the sense that they're like just boring. They're
Hmm.
terrible in the sense that like okay, yeah, this is bad but like fun.
Yeah, yeah. Fun bad, as Moist Critical puts it.
Yeah. Um,
Yeah.
I don't like his titles. I think that his videos end up coming off as super pretentious. He does have good takes. I think that he goes way too far with them.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And I'm not a fan of that super streamlined editing style that all of the fucking popular video essayists have
His
nowadays.
channel is fairly new. It's about
It
his oldest
is.
video is 3 years ago, so I'm sure he got in when the Gettings was good with video essays.
Yeah. I'm
Um,
gonna go read his titles actually.
oh yeah, I'm reading them right now. It's just like wow, it's just like I'm not trying to shit talk Moon, but I'm trying to like go like it may seem like a shit talky. I'm going at it in like a shit talky way, but like
Yeah,
this
I
is
know
this
it
is
sounds
he
like
just
I
he puts me
want
off.
Jed. I don't want like to be mean. I don't want
Yeah,
people to go send hate to the site. I want genuine criticism. I want people to. I want to have like an open-ended discussion. I don't want
yeah,
this to be
yeah,
a
for
bad
sure.
thing.
And if
That's
and if
almost. I want to take that approach every single time I criticize something, and I am open to criticism myself. I know my videos kind of suck.
Yeah, and I want
Um,
to say this if if this ever gets discovered, Moon, I don't hate you as a person. I don't hate you as a guy, or like I don't have any ill will towards you. This is just me outside looking in as a viewer, looking at your videos and then seeing them, comparing them to others, and like how I feel about them. You know what I mean? And that's just how
how
we see it.
America
That's how we see
became
it.
so stupid. How the world's richest people travel. Parentheses disgusting. Um,
I watched that video. It was
Starbucks won't exist in 5 years. Here's why.
That's gonna age like milk.
How YouTube Kids will change society forever. It's not YouTube Kids. It's everything, man.
Yeah,
It's not.
yeah.
It's not relegated to that.
YouTube Kids has been
How the
ass.
internet destroyed critical thinking forever. I
It
think
hasn't.
my critical thinking is actually better because of the internet because I've
Yeah,
been
exactly.
desensitized to how much stupid shit.
Exactly. Exactly. I think it's funny. The internet taught me to critical think, to think critically. It wasn't the other way around. Like I didn't
Yeah,
know how
no,
to
it taught
critically
me to
think,
look at
and then
that really fucking rude, annoying post and be like, maybe that's bait. Maybe
yeah,
that's not. Maybe I shouldn't reply to that.
yeah. I had to
Maybe
get
that I should warn other people that that is in fact bait and to not reply to that.
exactly. Have you ever like just like scrolled like on like social media or whatever, and like you had like a you always you had like a certain take on something, but then like somebody else would argue that take for you, and then they would just get annihilated, and you're like, wow, oh damn, I
Apple Vision Pro, the
probably
world's
shouldn't think like
biggest
that.
scam. Um, let's see. Instagram is everything wrong with society.
I want to say
Uh,
something. I hate like sometimes it's fitting sometimes. Don't get me
All
wrong, but
Quiet on the Western Front tried to
a
warn
lot of
you.
the times I just hate like the wording in some of these thumbnails. Like it
It's
just
just
feels
like
very
keywords. It
yeah.
always is when it comes to these kind of channels.
I don't know.
I'm like
Just
I'm cherry picking right now. I'm going through and I'm like finding the worst ones. Don't get me wrong.
yeah.
How Invincible destroyed Marvel forever. No, they
Nah.
destroyed themselves.
yeah. Marvel was ass before 2021. Okay, guys. Um, the victims of TikTok, the victims of CoffeeZilla. That's such a trendy thing with video essays. The victims of whoever, and some of the times
The
it's not even.
victims of insert respected character.
Yeah,
Click
you.
on my video because I might be saying something bad. Parasite tried to warn you. How? That movie was good, but how?
Parasite.
Yeah, it's this Korean movie about this poor family that is trying to get into a rich family's house by um pretending to be different people with different jobs so that they can,
Mm,
you know, be
yeah, yeah,
job them.
yeah, yeah. The most disturbing things IG models do in Dubai. If homes aren't affordable, then who is buying them?
Canada
Nobody,
is
or the super
everything wrong
rich.
with the West. And the word on the thumbnail is hell. Um I think that's kind of funny, I'm not going to lie.
Canada is everything wrong with the West. Hell.
How Americans got so dumb. Hey, wait a minute. I saw that title before at the top. How
Wait,
America
really?
became so stupid, and I scrolled down I scrolled down by 6 months, and then it says how Americans got so dumb. No way.
Huh. Huh. Wait, hold on. I'm seeing that too. No shot. Wait a minute. How America became so stupid. How is he like? Is he running out of ideas?
He probably is.
My man, just
No
talk about the
country for
Rock.
old men
talk
tried to
about the
warn
Rock or
you.
something,
Mr.
dog.
Robot tried to warn you. Insert popular movie tried to warn you.
I feel like there's some popular video essayists just popping out of the woodworks every scene, like every now and then. There's just this like random video essayist I've never seen before, who's for some reason now popular, and I feel like Moon is one of those. The loneliness economy. Threads won't exist in 6 months. It still exists.
I'm
Um,
noticing that like the general premises of a lot of these titles sort of end up like contradicting each other.
you could obviously, yeah, for sure, and you can obviously see like he really does try to be like, you know, an internet anarchist or a Sunny V2, but like
Roblox, the
his views
most
just
evil
don't.
business in the world. Google, the most evil business in the world. Um, uh, TikTok, the most evil business in the world. Age restricted.
Wait,
Um,
you genuinely find are those like genuine
Discord,
titles?
the most evil business in the world. Yes, scroll down to like a year ago.
Wow.
Why do Reddit mods always look like this? See, this is what I mean when I say that like he actually that I watched that video.
Hmm.
And that video was okay. Um he made good points in that. And towards the end he does sort of devolve into anti-corporate shit, but I do think that actually asking that question on a surface level and then trying to research as to why, trying to figure it out, um, more than just oh yeah they don't go outside as a general answer is a good idea for a video.
Hmm.
But the way he goes about all of these is so goddamn annoying.
Yeah, yeah. I just want to
Let's
say
go look at
this
someone
as
else.
I just want to say this as a non-rich person. As much as rich people do deserve to get shitted on because man, some of them are just a lot of them are just very terrible people. I
Mm-hmm.
think there's also an extreme where people just shit on whoever is rich, even if they're just genuinely nice people, and that kind of annoys me. Like the very anti-corporate thing can kind of delve into like this extremism to where like everybody is just like it gets to a point where you're kind of just like difficult to be around because you're like so like
You're so into it. You're so anti-corporate.
yeah
You're
you're
so
so yeah
boycotty about everything, and it just
yeah
doesn't work.
yeah
It doesn't.
like I'm sorry
It
I
doesn't
can't
do.
oh no I can't buy gas for 2 days. That's gonna show them no they're gonna wait 2 days and get back
You're
to
gonna wait 2 days, and then you're gonna realize, oh shit, I have to go to work, and then you're gonna have to pay for gas to go to work.
exactly exactly.
Um,
Did he just use wait
because you live in America.
is he used that in a thumbnail already that Pepe that like AI generated
Pepe.
as Pepe.
Oh,
That's where
I
that's
stopped
one.
scrolling. I closed it. We're at an hour. Holy shit, we're at an hour 40 minutes. What the
We
fuck?
are at an hour.
All right, we should probably cut it off here. Time flew by just scrolling through titles, huh?
Yeah, we probably should. Sorry for the moon rant, folks. Like once
Sorry.
again, we don't
Yeah.
hate
Whoopsie
moon. We
daisies.
just
I think
uh,
that the moon discussion just projects on to like just generally bad video essayists and
yeah,
that sort of mainstream sort of style of, oh yeah, let's talk about only the negatives, and only be negative and only be sad and um, yeah.
yeah.
Thank
Let's
you to
spin a
subscribe.
narrative. Let's spin a narrative on this on them as well, because it's kind of crazy how like a lot of these video essays will spin like a narrative on somebody, and then I'll watch like a video of somebody else, and like I was like, oh, they're actually
Oh, we're
not that
not at an
bad.
hour and we're are we? No, we're not at an hour and 40 minutes. We're at an hour and 2 minutes. We
Yeah,
should
hour
still
and
cut
two.
it off because it's an hour. My
Yeah,
dumbass. I saw the like second counter and I thought it said 40 minutes and I was so confused.
yeah. Dude, the 40 minute 40-minute moon rant goes crazy. Let's go.
Wood.
Wood.
All
Wood.
right. We usually end the podcast by shouting each other. Um,
If you want to watch Dip's stuff, which is not, um, you know, run of the mill slop content, go check him out at Dip. And
Yep.
watch
Dip
Dippy one four
underscore
seven.
N. Dippy
Yep.
147. Funny moments content. A little bit
Yep.
more
Yep.
streamlined, a little bit high octane, but the Dip channel is video essays, and then of course the podcast. And I do Twitch streams once every like fucking 7 years. So
Let's
if you're lucky, you'll
go.
find one. And then more importantly, you have this funny little thing in the description. That will let you well, not the description. I think it's the pinned comment. I don't fucking remember. That will let you join
No.
this server called Cunt Club, which has me, Fry Guy, Trashy, the whole gang. It's a community server. And maybe you can make it a little bit more active. And of course, you're gonna have a much higher chance of seeing our events and stuff.
Yeah.
We might do a live podcast. That could be a really fun idea.
That could be cool. That could be cool. Subscribe. There, the button lit up. That's cool.
We have to shout at each other. Fry Guy, how tall are you?
There's a Mr. Beast basketball.
No, there's not.
I'm looking at it right now.
No, there's not.
I'm looking at it right now.
No,
I'm
what
literally
are you? No, you are not looking at the Mr. Beast basketball. How tall are you?
6'8", 225.
I don't believe you.
You're racist.
You're as tall as the Mr. Beast basketball.
You just said there wasn't a Mr. Beast basketball.
You're as tall as the hypothetical Mr. Beast basketball, okay, man? How about you get off my case, all right? Let me live my life, all right? I'm trying to run a
You sound
podcast
like
here.
Megan, dude. Oh.
Oh, you want to talk about Megan again?
No,
all
no,
right,
I
we're
don't.
going back
No,
to the
no,
Megan
no.
discussion.